Ooh, excuse me. Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you've all had a super fantastic, sparkling day. It has been a challenging day in a way, because today I decided that as part of my manifestation challenge that I'm on, decided that, today's Thankful Thursday, so I'm going to be grateful in all situations. Yes, it is a challenge. I will say that, but being conscious of it and putting it into practice really brought home just how important it is and how it makes you feel. Like, I feel absolutely fantastic, super fantastic and sparkling, in fact. So I'm very grateful that I feel that way. I'm grateful I get to come on these lives each day and put a little spark in your life, if you want to call it that. What's happened? My cushion's gone all funny. So I was practicing that today, but it was a Thankful Thursday and all of that, and I was starting to get so I had the windows open. So I opened up the windows and I could hear this loud humming noise. It's kind of like when you're near a transformer and you're hearing it doing the thing noise going on. And it was quite annoying. And then I'm like, no, I'm grateful for that noise, because it is helping me be more conscious of what's going on around me. And I had to say that several times throughout the day, because there'll be times when it would grate on my nerves. I'm like, I am thankful. I'm grateful that this is happening to me. And then there's a house across the road, and the one next to it have this little yappy dog. And when they go out, the dog just barks the entire time. And it's one of those little dog yippy, high-pitched barks. And it barks the entire time. So much so that Zeffie, when it starts barking, she puts her head up, looks over, and just goes flop back down onto her bed again. And then after a few minutes, she gets up, struts across the floor into the bedroom, and I go in and check on her, and she's got her head buried underneath the blankets as much as she can get it under there. And I figure that's the only place in the RV where she gets away from that noise. But I was like, okay, I am thankful that I can hear a dog barking. It means that the dog is alive and it's not into anything it shouldn't be in. So they will come back home to a healthy dog. Yes, again, a challenge to keep thinking that all day. But I really enjoyed challenging myself today to be grateful in all situations. And even if I had somebody come through the chat that was sort of like, oh my gosh, they're asking that question again. I was sort of like, I'm grateful they're asking that question again. Now I get a chance to, maybe I didn't explain something clearly enough. So now I get the chance to explain again what it's like. And so sometimes it was just a fact of copying what I'd given them last time, making a couple of tweaks and sending it to them. They're like, oh, now I get it. Boom, done. So I was grateful that I had a second chance to be able to help this person and maybe get some more clarity for them and what it is that they're trying to do. So it was a very interesting day of testing myself to be grateful in all things, which then brought me to the fact of the thing that annoyed me last night. I enjoyed the movie last night. I was very surprised at the end. I had an emotional reaction to what happened at the end of that movie. And then today I woke up and I said, oh, I can't believe they did that. No, they can't have done. No. No. Still wouldn't believe it. And then I actually went searching online and was like, oh, they really did. So I was sort of like, no, I'm glad I didn't go searching anything about the movie before I saw it. Because I enjoy, whenever a James Bond movie comes out, I may watch the trailers and that's it. I don't go looking for any reviews. I don't go looking for any articles or anything about the movie once it comes out until I have seen it. Then I can go look at the articles and let them know whether I agree or disagree. So I am very thankful I did not go. I stuck to my guns this time, watched the trailer like ages ago when it first came out, didn't do anything else with the movie until I remembered that, oh, I forgot to place the pre-order for it. So I went in and got the movie that arrived yesterday, got to watch it last night, got shocked at the ending, going, no, and actually started crying. I had like an emotional reaction to the ending. And then today I was sort of like, oh, I can't, but of course I'm going into my sacred time this morning with everything, and all this baggage on me because of what they did in this movie. And I thought, no, I have to release it right now. And that was my first part of my gratitude was, I was grateful for the fact that they made the movie. And I'm grateful that they ended it in a way that, yes, it was shocking. Yes, it did have an emotional effect on me. But then I was grateful for what they had done in the movie. And the little salutes they had given to the other, because this is the 25th James Bond movie in the franchise. And I have to emphasize in the franchise, because there was a couple of little movies beforehand, before they started with Dr. No, that was released in 1962. So just stop and think, 1962, that means that's 60 years old this year. I'm getting up there. I'll be 60 soon. Another 5 years. Well, yeah, kind of, because my birthday's in December, so. So I was grateful for what they did in the movie for the salutes, but I do know I missed some of them. So I'm going to go back and this time watch for the clues in the scenes, because most of the time when I watch a James Bond movie for the first time, I'm watching the movie as the movie. I'm not looking for salutes to other movies. I'm not looking for, oh, that I saw that in blah, 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 or whatever. This time it was the fun watch. It was the initial watch, the fun watch. Now that I know what's going to happen, now I can go back and watch again, and this time start looking at different scenes to where they bring in references to the other 24 movies. The one that was the big, like, slap in the face one, was when they had 007, not Daniel Craig 007, but the female 007, had her come in a safari suit. I did not think it was a good look for her, but I realized it was a nod to Roger Moore, who used to wear safari suits when he was playing James Bond in some of the movies some of the James Bond movies he did. In fact, I think he did it in all of them. He had that safari. I think it was just kind of the fashion at the time or something. I don't know. But he did wear those safari jacket things a lot. I thought they could have done a better job with it on her, because I didn't think it looked good on her. But then that's my opinion. Other people go, oh, I think it looked fabulous on her. My first impression was, who the hell dressed her? Why is she in that? And then it's sort of like, ding, ding, Roger Moore. Got it. So, you look for some things, just slap you in the face from time to time. So I'm going to go back and watch it again. Probably not tonight, because it's almost a 3-hour movie. And I would have to be starting it like right now. But I may do it. I might do it this weekend, go back and have a look, and then go and watch all the extras as well, because there's 3 discs in this package. It's a collector's edition, and they've got extra interviews and behind the scenes stories and all that sort of thing, which I like watching on some movies. I enjoy watching them, but especially on the James Bond ones, the stories behind the story, why they made certain decisions and that sort of thing. And I know that in those extras, they probably have how they what they did to acknowledge the other 24 movies. And I know that Louis Armstrong did a song on one of the Roger Moore movies. He sang a song. He sang the song No Time to Die, I think it was. No, it was a different song. And they played it in its entirety through the credits at the end. And yes, I am one of those people who will sit and watch the credits. It used to annoy Brad no end when we would go to a movie theater and you've got something like Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, where their credits run anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. And he's like, you're seriously going to sit here and watch a movie? Absolutely. I said, all these names on the screen put a hell of a lot of work into bringing us this movie that we just saw. We can at least acknowledge them and be thankful for them by sitting and watching their names scroll through the screen. I said, and anyway, sometimes I see distant relatives rolling across the screen. He's like, really? I said, yeah. I said, I told you about this particular one where I wanted to go, and who was her father was the stunt double for Steve McQueen in The Great Escape, and also in Bullet. And when you see the motorcycle scene in in The Great Escape, it's actually a distant cousin of mine who is riding the motorcycle, and he's hunched down because he's actually he was actually a little taller than Steve McQueen. And he had a motorcycle repair store in the LA region, and we were going out to LA one time, and I thought, oh, maybe we could go visit him and I could get some more information about him on the genealogy side, because he's like on his website says just drop by anybody anytime, we'll chat about anything you want to chat about. And this is on his website. He was happy to do all these motorcycle repairs and all this, and he had the entire Steve McQueen collection of motorcycles. Steve McQueen left them to him, and you could go and have a look at them and all of that. And he was just happy he likes to tinker on the motorcycles, but he was just more happy just to sit down and shoot the breeze with somebody. And this is what I had on his website for the place. And so I thought, oh, go have a look at that. So I went to look up his information to find out he had actually passed away like the year before. It's like, darn it. It was one of those missed opportunities. And so, but you occasionally see his daughter's name come across the screen because she's a producer in Hollywood. And so I always look out for people that I know or know of, to see if their names scroll up on the screen. So, and that's also my way of acknowledging the hard work that they put into that movie to bring it to life and bring it on the screen. Even if it's a bad movie, they still put a heck of a lot of work in that. So, it's just sort of like acknowledging the fact that they did the movie. So I always stay between, and then of course they started getting people to stay. They started putting in things at the end of the credits or partway through the credits. They'd put in those little extra scenes or outtakes and stuff like that. And so Brad ended up learning to tolerate the fact that we were going to be sitting there, and you could see the staff there standing at the thing waiting to clean up the theater. But of course, I'm holding them up because I'm watching the screen. As far as I'm concerned, the movie doesn't finish until the last credit rolls. So and Brad's like, come on, let's go. And I'm like, no, I have people that I have to acknowledge. So it used to annoy him that. And then one time we're sitting there, and one of them, I can't remember which was the first movie we ever saw that on, and we got to see this whole entire scene at the end of the movie. And Brad was like, wow, I didn't know they did that. And I said, I have never seen that before. It was the very first time I saw a scene at the end of a movie. And I said to him, I've never seen that before. I said, it's the first time I've seen it. And I sit through credits of all the movies I watch. And he goes, yes, I know. And so he says, so is this why you sit through credits? I said, no, I sit through credits to acknowledge the people. I said, I never knew that they would put extra scenes at the end of the credits and stuff. And so he was a little more curious about starting to stay behind and watch these extra scenes and things. So I got him kind of not really hooked on it, and he's still sort of like put up a little bit of a fight. And I said, look, if you want to go wait in the lobby for me, that's fine. I'll just sit here, watch the credits finish, and then I'll come meet you in the lobby. And he's like, no, I'm going to stay with you. And so he would suffer through the credits of a movie. But then sometimes he was rewarded for his suffering because they put outtakes or extra scenes or extra bits in there that were, some of them were actually quite amusing. There was one, I can't remember the movie. There was one that got to the end of the screen, and one of the actors comes up and like taps on the lens and goes, what are you still doing there? Hey, you, what are you still doing? We're done now. You can go. I can't remember which movie that was, but I loved that one. Brad was with me for that one. And I said to Brad, oh, they're telling you off now. He says, no, they're telling you off. I said, look, you don't have to stay through to the end. I said, well, if I did, I would have missed what he just did. So, but anyway, be grateful in all situations. So I'm looking forward to watching a repeat of No Time to Die and looking for all the little clues to the other movies in there. But anyway, I've rabbited on long enough. Just be grateful. Challenge yourself for a day to be grateful in all things that happen. It doesn't matter what happens. Find a reason to be grateful for it. That's my challenge to you today is pick a day where you are going to do a gratitude challenge, and you are going to be grateful in all things that happen to you throughout the day. It is a very interesting exercise, and I had so much fun with it. I may do it again tomorrow. So anyway, but I'm out of here. It's time to go get some dinner. I have no idea what's for dinner tonight. I have no idea. I haven't figured it out, so I'm going to go figure it out. Anyway, have a super fantastic, sparkling evening. We'll catch you back here bright and early tomorrow morning for Fun Friday. Hey, Conera.